Hello everyone, happy Halloween. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. I've been working on two relatively large projects on and off when I get a chance. And I mean, that's taken up most of my video editing time, and this isn't my only hobby. So that said, it is Halloween and I wanted to do something for the occasion, even if it is just a short video. You see, every Halloween I like to kind of get in the mood, in the atmosphere, like a lot of people do. And honestly, there's a lot of good options out there for if you're wanting to kind of get that vibe going. If you need a disturbing short film, I really do recommend checking out Fruithead. It's a commercial by Gushers, but it is so much better than that weird Jason commercial that Angry Orchard put out. I don't know, something about that one felt wrong. If you're looking for something more cinematic and you haven't had a chance to check out Ryan Coogler's Sinners, you're really doing yourself a disservice. That is easily my favorite movie of 2025 so far, horror or otherwise. You really should check it out. It's just a really good film. If you're wanting to go old school, but like you're not really sure because streaming services are just hell, I really recommend checking out Tubi. I know people talk about Tubi kind of every once in a while. There are so many good old horror movies from like the 80s, the 90s, and even earlier than that on Tubi. It's a surprisingly decent service. It also has some really good indie films. I don't know, it's a weird plug, I guess, but Tubi kicks ass for Halloween. Video games, I think, are where you get really interesting because you get more actively involved in, that spooky atmosphere. You've got a lot of good options. You have the Resident Evil games, you've got the Silent Hill games. There's a number of interesting horror games that are from either indie studios or just like lesser known studios. Like I recently was playing Sinking City, which is a pretty good go through if you like something more Lovecraftian, I really enjoy the N64 Scooby-Doo game. It's very much set up like an old Resident Evil game, with Scooby-Doo characters, and I think that's kind of solid. Along those same lines, I think an excellent choice at any time would be the Luigi's Mansion series. In fact, as of yesterday, if you have a Switch 2 and you're an NSO subscriber, you can play the original Luigi's Mansion on the Nintendo Classics GameCube app. I don't have a Switch 2, but my sister-in-law does, so that's been pretty fun for me. That said, if you don't have a Switch 2 and you're looking for something a little different, especially if you're more of a retro fan, but you've played Ghouls and Goblins way too many times, then I sincerely recommend you check out the Rocky Horror Show video game. Yes, you heard me right. That is a video game adaptation of the Rocky Horror Picture Show made by the same group that brought us the Manos the Hands of Fate game and the Angry Video Game Nerd games. Throughout portions of the game, you'll either play as Brad, Janet, or Dr. Scott. It's very much set up like one of those old school exploratory platformers. Rather than a health bar, when you get hit, you will lose items of clothing, eventually ending up in your underwear. If you get one hit while you're in your underwear, you are down. The level designs are definitely something we've seen before, but honestly, it's just done in such a fun and clearly a loving homage way to old retro games and to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I can't really knock it. The difficulty is definitely up there. It reminds me a lot of playing an NES game. It's maybe a little easier than some NES games, but it's along those lines for sure. The soundtrack of the game is absolutely phenomenal. It is chiptune variants of the songs from the film. A lot of the boss fights are during pivotal moments in the movie, which makes it super fun. Also, the sprite work here, it's so good. They really nailed that simplicity of NES style graphics rather than, the slightly more advanced stuff that you'd see in the SNES or even later in the Game Boy Advance. This is much more very, very old, simple style, and in a way that is just great. Something to keep in mind is that there was another Rocky Horror Picture Show game. I don't know what year it came out, but it was on a few different older consoles. This is a very different game. This is a completely separate game. This isn't a remake of the others. The original was an adventure game for the Commodore 64. This one is a side-scrolling platformer, and it's specifically on the PC and the Switch. I don't know if it came to any other consoles. I do know that it's on those two, and it's very inexpensive. I bought mine on sale for less than $10. If you're a fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, if you like old school platformers, if you like the NES style games, and you're looking for something to play this Halloween, I really do think this is a very fun, very inexpensive option. It's got just enough challenge, in my opinion, to make it just worth playing. It's not insanely easy, it's not insanely hard. It's that just right balance that you get out of a lot of good old school games. Seriously, if you're looking for a game that you haven't probably played yet this year, I don't think you can go wrong. So again, if you have a Switch 2, you can just hump statues as Luigi, and that's also pretty good. Thanks for watching. I know this one was short. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe. I've got much longer videos on the way. I'm even getting away from just video games. I'm going to be doing other subjects. You'll see. But thanks for watching. Seriously, see you guys soon. I'm Dogface. Be kind to each other.